This is me exposing what it was actually like a pilot training with photos. Part 4. I wanted a first day of school pic, so that's what this is. This is my first time fully decked out with all the patches and stuff in front of my dorm that I got. Friday you get to wear all your morale stuff, so they let us wear these shirts that had the Thunderbolt. When you're in the Air Force, you normally have your little airplane that you actually fly under a shirt, and it just peeks out on Fridays. So art class started in July, and we had academics all the way to October. So we had like 3 months that we did academics. This is us all like gathering right before a test that we took on the computer. A lot of the time people ask me how many girls we had in our class. We had 22 people in our class and there were 3 girls, so not bad. In the beginning, that's when we had all of our tests, and they said if you failed 2 tests, you go to a commander's review, which is really scary because that's when they decide if you should stay in the program or not, and you have like a 10% chance of coming back from that, but the test turned out not to be too bad for us. This is me actually strapping into a T6 ejection seat because you had a lot to strap in: leg flaps, seat shoulders, harness, hoses, chin strap, belts, check. That was the call that we had to do, but you got like your ankle straps here. You have to actually do your G-suit, and you have obviously seat belts. This attaches you to the parachute, and it is very hard to do. Like in the very beginning, I struggled, and one time I hurt my wrist a little bit, and to like get my wrist to do it, like squeeze it was hard. And then your hose, and then everybody always forgets the chin strap, so it's a good thing we have a call out. Luckily, I got much better at this. After academics, we hit the flight line. That's when we were finally allowed to go to our flight room. The flight rooms are alphabetical order, and they all have a sister flight, so we were the B's and our sister flight was E's Elvis, so they split us 11 and 11. The flight room has our IPs, our instructor pilots, and our flight commander. We get put on formal, which is basically spending 12 hours all day in the flight room, studying and doing whatever, waiting for flights, whatever. We start a day with a PowerPoint about the weather that somebody presents to the class, and then we stay for 12 hours. Everybody does whatever they need to do, whether it's sim or fly, and then when the last person is done, you get to go home. I'd say that formal is part of the reason that pilot training is so intense, because you're there all day, every day, for like weeks and weeks and weeks and months. That brings me to this picture, which is actually our first day ever in the flight room. Definitely a lot of like nervous but excited energy. We had no idea what was coming. Something I never knew till I joined was that the Air Force loves popcorn. And not just any kind of popcorn, jalapeno popcorn. Every flight room had a popcorn machine, and IPs would come in, and if you didn't have it made, they would get really mad. I'm telling you, if you've never had to survive a burnt popcorn jalapeno smoke explosion, have you even lived?